in the twinkle of an eye, I lost an anointing, and it took me 10 years or more to even get it back. I want to tell you a story of how I lost a major anointing. So in 2007, I completed my youth service as a corper, and shortly after that, I enrolled in the Redeemed Christian Bible College for a postgraduate diploma in theology. Shortly after that, I was posted to a church for some form of attachment, and it was going to last for a few months, 1 or 2 months, but I continued even after the 2 months. I noticed that there was a strange anointing of God upon me. People would love my sermons, comment about it. Those days we didn't have social media like it was, but everything was just going well, But something happened. I noticed that there was a strange prayer anointing in my life, that a prayer burden would just come and a prayer grace would just come. I could pray on my knees for 3 hours non-stop and I won't feel tired. I could pray on my knees, as painful as that could be, and not feel any pain. I could pray on my knees with my arms stretched out for hours. Then I discovered that I could study the Bible for hours on end. I studied the Bible for 6 hours non-stop, and I was not bored, I wasn't tired. I could read books for hours, and I was studying word for word. And then I was preaching, and people were liking my sermon. People were getting added to the church every day. Now, this church was in the Redemption Camp. It was a church called Love Assembly Parish, Redemption Camp. And then something happened. I just decided that, man, things are happening in my life, and I have this great anointing. Things are happening. There were testimonies and all that. Man, I should go to Lagos. Why am I wasting my life in this Redemption Camp? Let me go to Lagos. And guess what? As I went to Lagos, the anointing went away. I noticed that to pray was a challenge. To study became a challenge. Preaching, the flow was not there. The utterance was not there like before. And then I learned one of the greatest lessons in my life, that one of the greatest keys to your anointing is being properly positioned, being where God has asked you to be in. I don't care whether that place is a jungle, a village, a slum, a prison. One of the greatest keys to the anointing is to be where God has stationed and positioned you to be. That's one of the greatest keys to the anointing. Because as I left for Lagos, the anointing left me.